It is a new season, a brand new day, and a new beginning. Welcome to MetaMinds. This hour I will be sharing with you on the bloodline. Bloodline is source. Bloodline transmits energy. Bloodline is the originality of man. Bloodline has the blueprint of life. A successful life is lived around instruction, and instruction is revealed from bloodline. God can never work with a man until he depends on the bloodline of the man to relate with the man. It is through bloodline that kingdoms are established. We have the bloodline of priesthood. We have the bloodline of kingship. We have the bloodline of drunkards. We have the bloodline of town criers. We have the bloodline of seers. We have the bloodline of warriors. Name them. These bloodlines comes together to form a kingdom. Now, this bloodline can be synonymously described as territory. So the glory of a kingdom is in the amount of territory the kingdom have access to. That is why the battle of bloodline will never end. Because those who wants to rule must wage war against bloodlines. Bloodlines are conquered every day because the life of a man is controlled from his bloodline. The battle of kingship will never end as long as earth is concerned. Earth is a place of constant battle, and that battle is the battle of dominion. I want you to journey with me to understand the greatest battle that is fought on earth is a battle of bloodline. A man whose bloodline is under attack can never come to honor. It's as simple as that. Your life is summarized in your bloodline. And anybody that wants to attack you must first of all disconnect you from your bloodline. The life you have is properly lived from the instruction your bloodline produces, or from the instructions your bloodline provides. A lot of people have been taught to disconnect from their bloodline. Religion teaches us to wage war against our root, to disconnect from our root. They keep teaching us how bad our root is. They keep revealing to us the negative forces in our root. Why is it so? So that we pay less attention to our bloodline. And when you pay less attention to your bloodline, they will hijack the bloodline, provide for your bloodline what the bloodline needs, and then you will become a slave even in your bloodline. So this hour I want to get you to understand the importance of bloodline and how you must relate with your bloodline. European empires invaded Africa and taught them how to disconnect from their culture, taught them how to disconnect from their language, gave them a new language, gave them a new culture, introduced strange nature in them, and then still went ahead to hijack the culture of Africans, used it against them. Many Africans are slaves now because their bloodline have been hijacked. Your bloodline is hijacked through making you feel that your language is not powerful. So in the society now, when you can't speak English fluently, they see you as an illiterate. When you can't express yourself in a foreign language, they see you as someone that is not properly educated, and that is evil. That is evil. Let me tell you something. The strength of a man in the midst of other men is produced from his bloodline. And the bloodline of a people is known through their culture and nature. So when you don't speak the language of your bloodline, you cannot share in the inheritance of what the bloodline provides. So the greatest attack in the life of men is the battle of their bloodline. What Satan is fighting you is to conquer your bloodline. It's not to conquer you in a place of work. A man whose bloodline is under attack can never amount to anything in life. So I urge you today, retrace back your step and identify with your bloodline, because your bloodline is your source. Your bloodline is your existence. Your bloodline has the blueprint of your life. Your bloodline has your success that you can ever think of. God will always relate with your bloodline to give you increase. The spirit of infinite intelligence, the universal order, the spirit of nature must partner with the bloodline of a man to bless the man. But the enemy disconnect you from your bloodline because of the territory your bloodline commands. And when they hijack that bloodline and also your territory, you will become a citizen slave. Understand me? A citizen slave in your bloodline. Watch Africa as a continent. Africa is living like under a rock. Africa have been captured. Their bloodline have been stolen from them. Every day people disconnect from their bloodline. That is why the first battle they did is to introduce Christianity and tell you that your shrine, your forefathers, the way your forefathers worshipped God, the way your forefathers relate with God is evil. The way this happened is evil. They still went ahead and took those shrines, those artifacts, and traveled to their country. How is it so? Please correct me. How is it so? They tell you about Christianity. They tell you about how bad your root is. They tell you about how evil your foundation is. But you are part of that foundation. You are meant to address the foundation. You were born in that root to adjust and bring testimony to the root. I don't know if I said something you want to hear, but I'm very certain that this is the season you should trace back your step to your bloodline. Whatever that happens to the earth happens to you. Witchcraft happens, it happens to you. Small thing, flying activities. When other people are sick, you are sick. When people are complaining of financial struggle, you are also complaining. Why? Because you are not connected to your bloodline. The bloodline of a man is a preserver of the man. Now hear me, let me say something very clear. God cannot protect a man that is not preserved. So it is preservation that attracts protection. I've been saying this countless times. It is through preservation that protection can be enacted. So a man must first of all preserve himself in his bloodline in order to enjoy the protection the bloodline provides. So if anything is happening to you now, it means you've disconnected from your bloodline and you need to connect back to your bloodline. I'll be sharing with you soon on the code and pattern of your bloodline so that you will understand how to relate properly with your bloodline. Have a great day.